James here from goodguitarist.com, and what I just played there, that's built from the same scale that we're going to use in today's warm-up. I've got 3 quick warm-ups that'll wake up your fingers and actually make you a better player. These are not boring drills just for the sake of it. Each one ties into the stuff that you will hear in real music. Whether you're just starting out or you've been playing for years, these warm-ups are going to grow with you. I'll show you how to start simple and then how to level them up so that they stay useful as your skills evolve. And the best part, you'll be warming up your fingers and your musical brain at the same time. So let's jump right in. Real quick, if you haven't grabbed my free ebook, make sure you do. It's full of real music stuff that helps you improve all your guitar skills. I'll drop a link in the description. So this whole thing revolves around the pentatonic scale, because let's face it, it's one of the most natural feeling, most musical things that you can play on guitar. Guitar and pentatonics go together like cinnamon and sugar, peanut butter and jam. You know, it just fits. And you can learn the pentatonic scale in about 1 minute. I like to start on the A string at the 5th fret using my index finger and then my ring finger on the 7th fret. So 5, 7. Then I do the same thing on the D string and on the G string, 5, 7. So the same thing, 3 strings in a row. Then on the low E string, the thickest string, we go 5, 8. So index, pinky. And that's kind of where our fingers naturally want to fall. And we play that. And we're going to do that on the top 2 strings as well. So from the start, index, pinky, 5, 8, and then 3 in a row of index ring, and then index pinky for the top 2 strings. And at this point you might be thinking, this isn't a warm-up, we're just playing a scale. And that's fair. You know, you might be familiar with other warm-ups like that classic chromatic pattern, you know, doing that on every string. But this is different because it's built around a musical pattern. This is the stuff you're actually going to use in riffs and solos, especially once we start hitting the next level with it. Even the scale itself, like the Stairway to Heaven solo, Back in Black, going down. You know, pieces of that show up everywhere. And while that 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise does kind of work your fingers equally, you're not necessarily developing muscle memory that's going to help you play anything aside from that, like, that circus song, right? Anyways, our first warm-up is simple. We just play the pentatonic scale up and down. You start slow and just work your way through it. You know, whatever it takes to actually get the scale down. And then, once you're comfortable, you can focus on 3 things. Number 1 is to keep your fingers close to the fretboard. So instead of like winging them way out, try to keep them close to the fretboard. And you play through it a few times thinking about that, you know, maybe for a few days. And once you're feeling pretty good about your fingers being close to the fretboard, you can start to consider your alternate picking using a down-up motion. And it can be as simple as down, up on each string. Since we have 2 notes per string, it's great for practicing that. You know, when you get to the top, and then you pause, and then you start again. Down, up, going all the way down. And eventually, when you reach the top, and you reach this note, instead of pausing, you go up, down, and then you're going to go up, down on all the subsequent strings. So we're technically playing 3 notes on the top string, and it shifts our picking over. I'm actually going to make a worksheet for this, tabbing these exercises out so that you can just follow along. Once you've learned it with me here, you'll be able to go through it at your own pace. Anyways, the third thing that I want you to focus on is to maintain a consistent volume. And that will kind of naturally follow if you're doing those first 2 things. You know, once you've gotten your fingers nice and close to the fretboard, you've worked on your fretting hand, and then the alternate picking, you've considered that, getting the motions nice and smooth. This will bring that all together. And eventually, instead of sounding like this, it'll sound nice and even. And isn't the point of warm-ups not only to warm up your fingers, but also to improve your technique? You know, and in this case, we're improving using a real thing that no matter what kind of music you're in. Your fingers are going to be making these shapes, and you're going to get so good at making these movements. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, this will take a little bit of work up front, but once you're used to it and you have that muscle memory and it sounds great and it's smooth, this can be your go-to 3 or 4 minute warm-up. You can try it in different areas of the fretboard, like way up high, way down low, and you'll learn how the string tension feels and develop all of these little nuanced things on guitar. Now, once you've nailed that, we can evolve it into an intermediate level warm-up. And we're gonna play hammer-ons on the way up and pull-offs on the way down. And all your favorite riffs and solos are gonna use those because they add feel, personality, expression. And first of all, you're gonna just work through it, and just try your best to make hammer-ons happen and make pull-offs happen. But eventually, your main goal should be to have consistent volume. So you pluck your first note, and then you hammer the next, and you want the volume to be even the whole time. And you can even start with that little box, just the index ring finger part. Don't worry about your pinky. We'll add that once you're good with your index and ring. Although one of the reasons why I love using the pentatonic scale to warm up is because it does target your pinky, which is one of the weaker fingers generally, right? Now, to achieve our goal of consistency with our hammer-ons and pull-offs, we really need to focus on using the tips of our fingers and pressing with precision. Especially with that hammer-on, you want to hammer with the perfect part of your finger. And for pull-offs, you want to place both fingers down, pluck, pull off. And you want to develop that habit. Every time I switch strings, I'm not putting down my pinky and then hoping my index is going to be there to back it up. I put them both down at virtually the same time as I switch strings. And one final thing to keep in mind as you practice hammer-ons and pull-offs with your pentatonic scale is that they're often harder to do slower, which is kind of counterintuitive. There's kind of this middle ground, like this medium pace that just feels good and they sound pretty good. Find that middle ground and then work on doing it slower than that. It'll really be exposed and you'll be able to see and hear exactly what you need to do. You'll find it's a lot trickier to get your fingers to fall accurately when you're going slower. And then when you take it back up to speed, it'll sound even cleaner and you'll be able to maybe work up in tempo as well. Now, finally, once all of this starts to feel easy and your alternate picking of your scale is good and your hammer-ons and pull-offs are nice and even, you can take this to the advanced level. And this is the way that I warm up practically every day. We're going to use the caged system. Long story short, there's 5 positions on guitar based on the letters or the chords C, A, G, E, and D. So there's like a C-based shape, an A-based shape, a G1, an E1, and a D1. And it connects the entire fretboard, and we're going to use it to connect our pentatonics. And for this one, I start off by rolling 2 dice, or I use an online dice roller, and whatever number I get out of 12, that tells me which fret to start on, which tells me which key, right? So let's say I roll a 1. That's F. So F is the first fret of the thickest string. And I start by alternate picking my F minor pentatonic, ascending, and when I reach the top of the shape, I slide in to the next shape. And I slide into the next shape. And these are all F minor pentatonic scales in the 5 different positions using the caged system to guide me. And once you reach the top, you can come all the way back down. You can do it with alternate picking. You could do hammer-ons going up, pull-offs on the way down. You could even reverse it, pull-offs going up, hammer-ons coming down. And like I said, I have a worksheet. I'm going to map this all out for you if you are interested in learning this, because at this point, if you do these exercises, you're going to have a hard time finding an awkward motion that you haven't already covered when you do this in all these different ways and in all these different positions. But on top of that, you're also learning how the entire fretboard connects. And it does become a warm-up once you do learn all about that stuff, you know. And when that happens, these warm-ups really open the door to helping you understand the guitar and become a next level player. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if you're a member of my website, don't forget to grab that worksheet and you can show me your progress in the community. I'd love if you post a video. You know, that's the best way to get, not only show me what you're up to, but also get some advice directly from me. If you're not already a member, I'll leave a link below for my all access pass. You get all my courses, access to my community, my YouTube bonuses like this worksheet, full song play-alongs. And as always, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, please take a moment to subscribe, stay in the loop, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.